Maya Hawke is no stranger to the bright lights of Hollywood as the daughter of actors Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, but her star is quickly on the rise.
She's very busy. You've probably seen her this summer on the hit Netflix series Stranger Things, which has racked up more than 40 million streams there, just 4 days after the season 3 release. And now Maya is starring in a new thriller called Lady World, where 8 teenage girls become trapped in an endless birthday party after a massive earthquake. Maya, good morning. There's a plot for you. So help us understand that a little bit. You're trapped in a birthday party after an earthquake.
Well, it's kind of a Lord of the Flies inspired story, and it was written and directed by this incredibly talented new young female director named Amanda Kramer, and it's just sort of about like when you're confined, your psychology kind of becomes its most extreme, and how these girls treat each other, how they react, how they divide, the politics of it, and I think it's a microcosm trying to express feelings and in inner life.
And we can probably all remember, except for you, being teenage girls at a slumber party.
There might not be a more political time in your life.
It's very dramatic.
Yes.
So to be stuck in one must have been kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's sort of the idea of the story, is to be trapped and confined within that sort of manic space. A lot of drama ensues.
Okay, that sounds really cool. We've got to talk just on the font behind you, by the way, about Stranger Things. We've
My
got
name
your name
is very
in the
big.
It's
right?
very big.
Do you like it like that?
I mean, who wouldn't like it like that?
I was just telling you, I got a chance to interview your father. I think it was last fall before season 3 of Stranger Things came out. He was just gushing. He's like, wait till you see her. She's such a great actress. What was it like to be in this sort of cultural phenomenon that is Stranger Things?
It was super intimidating at first. I was just really nervous because something that's so beloved by so many people, like, I know that on some TV shows, I love when a new character would come in and be like, oh, why are they cutting to this part? Like, I want my characters. So I was really nervous, but the Duffer Brothers were so welcoming and so collaborative, and the cast was so fun and just like a kind of playful family, but they also were all really work-focused and really dedicated to making the show great, and as big of fans of the show as the people are who watch it. And so it was an easy environment to join.
This season has taken off like none other, and you in particular have gotten a lot of great critics have been just saying wonderful things about you. Does
Thank you so much.
Feel great?
I mean, I kind of gave my whole heart over to Robin, and I worked really hard to try to make her unique and special, and I was really nervous that people wouldn't like it, and so it feels really good that people have responded and fallen in love with her the way that I did.
And you were in that sailor outfit the entire time.
Yes, I mean, people seem to not understand that I did take it off at night when I went home. But I was in it every day at shooting, which was just kind of nice. It was kind of like having a school uniform.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Do you have it? Do you still have it?
To my deep financial regret, I did not steal it.
They should send that to you.
Throw that thing up on eBay, something, make a couple of bucks.
Well, wait a couple of years.
Congratulations on all your
you.
success. We can't wait to see how your career grows
Maya,
from here.
You're so lovely and talented.
Lady World hits theaters this Friday, and of course you can stream season 3 of Stranger Things right now on Netflix.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
to
and
meet
a lot
you,
of
Maya.
people probably are.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you.